The first hit slammed into my windshield hard enough to make the glass bloom outward in a tight circle of cracks directly in front of my face. I was alone on a 2-lane highway at 1:32 am. No houses, no traffic, just open fields stretching into darkness on both sides. The impact didn't feel like a stone kicked up from a tire. It felt aimed. I braked hard, and the car fishtailed before stopping sideways across the road, headlights washing over a shallow ditch and a thin line of trees beyond it. I sat frozen, listening for movement, expecting another strike. Nothing came. I stepped out slowly. The dent sat at chest height, dead center. Too high to be road debris, too precise to be random. The rest of the car was untouched. Footsteps crunched behind my trunk. I turned and saw a man standing a few feet from my rear bumper. No vehicle, no flashing hazards, just a reflective construction vest over dark clothing. He stood still, hands at his sides, breathing steady. "You hit someone," he said. His voice didn't change. I didn't hit anything. The road was empty. I saw the impact happen. It came at the glass, not from the road. He pointed toward the ditch beside the road. They went down there. I hesitated, then walked toward the slope, keeping him in my peripheral vision. The grass below wasn't randomly crushed. It formed a narrow strip from the edge of the road to the trees, about shoulder width across, like something had been dragged in a straight line. The stems were bent in the same direction. The dirt underneath was exposed in places where weight had pressed down hard enough to scrape it clear. I swept my phone light slowly along the strip. There were no shoe prints beside it, no heel marks, no signs of someone walking next to whatever made it, just that single flattened track cutting through the ditch. The man stepped down into the ditch behind me. I heard the slow slide of his boots against dirt. "They're still alive," he said. "You should make sure." I stood and faced him. "Why don't you check?" His expression didn't change. He shoved me without warning. I lost my footing on the loose dirt and slid the rest of the way down the slope, hitting the bottom on my side. When I pushed myself up, he was already halfway down, moving quickly and deliberately. No hesitation now. He did not rush wildly. He came straight toward me. I scrambled up and ran along the flattened path toward the tree line. Branches snapped as I pushed through. I could hear him behind me, keeping pace at a steady distance, not calling out, not rushing, just staying there. The ditch curved and narrowed before opening into a small clearing inside the trees. That's where I saw it. A figure lying face down near the base of a tree, reflective vest, same build, same dark clothing. The fabric looked worn and dusty, not fresh. It looked like it had been there longer than a few minutes. "See," the man behind me said quietly. "You hit me." I turned slowly. He stood only a few feet away. His vest was clean, his posture relaxed. "You're confused," he continued. "It happens every time." My mind replayed the impact, the sound, the height of the dent. There had been no upward motion from a body being struck. It had felt like something thrown from above or ahead. I looked back at the figure on the ground. The vest there was torn along one side, like it had been dragged repeatedly. The man stepped closer. "You stop the car," You follow me. You see this. Then you take my place. He moved suddenly. I swung my phone at him and bolted past, sprinting back toward the road. He followed immediately, faster than before. No hesitation now. When I burst out of the trees onto the highway, I stopped short. My car was gone. No skid marks, no cracked glass in the road, no sign I had stopped there at all. Headlights appeared in the distance and approached slowly. The vehicle pulled up in front of me and stopped. It was my car. Same color, same license plate. The windshield was intact. The driver door opened. Someone stepped out. Same jacket, same shoes, same phone in my hand. He lifted his head, and I saw my own face staring back at me. Same cut on my chin from last week, same expression. The version of me standing by the driver door looked past me toward the tree line, where the man in the vest now stood watching. Then he looked directly at me. You hit someone, he said calmly. The headlights shut off. Darkness swallowed the road. I felt hands close around my shoulders from behind. I struggled, but the grip only tightened. I was forced backward toward the ditch as the other version of me walked past without resistance, heading toward the trees. The last thing I saw before losing sight of the road was my own car, door slowly closing, and then the headlights shut off completely, hands locked firmly onto my shoulders as my engine began revving harder and the tires spun against the pavement. The sound drifted away as if the car were leaving, but then the headlights switched on again and the vehicle came straight toward me. I tried to step back, yet the grip held me in place. The windshield fractured outward in a tight circle. My vision flashed white, and everything went dark and silent. When I could see again, I was sitting behind the steering wheel. The engine was running. The highway ahead was empty. 1:32 a.m. glowed on the dashboard. My headlights pointed toward a shallow ditch and a thin line of trees. Then something slammed into the windshield.